What's up and welcome to section 9. We have made it. It's been a journey thus far, but we're about to talk about tours and party. So, how do you go about finding the best party spots and booking the best tours? First and foremost, the person who runs up to you and says, "Hey, I can give you a tour for 20 bucks. Be aware. That's not always true. I've been in this situation where I followed someone for 5 blocks, get there, and then they try to charge me triple. All right. So I generally use TripAdvisor and Viator. Those are my 2 apps that I use. They are a little. Sometimes you get a little ripped a little bit. However, it's about safety and it's about getting what you pay for. So if you go through a local person, yes, I agree. You're helping the economy. You're helping the locals. I love that. And if you get the right tour, I do that every single time. However, if you don't like the tour, there's no customer service about that. Now, with TripAdvisor and Viator, if you don't like it, you can contact their customer service, and generally, they work with you pretty well. I've had a few issues throughout my travels that I've had to go back to them, and they've helped me, and they've generally been really, really easy to work with. So, be aware of that. Next, like I said, going back into the locals, sometimes you can go on a local tour, and they can show you things that are absolutely amazing, but it's not always that easy. So don't be a dummy. Be observant. Understand your surroundings before you follow someone 5 blocks to go into a room and then you don't really know what you're getting into, okay? You can get ripped off. You can have your stuff stolen. It does happen. That's the world we live in, so be aware of that, okay? Going farther into that, one cool thing that I've been doing pretty much the last year, I've gotten really big into it, Facebook groups. There are so many Facebook groups out there. You know, Southeastern backpackers, Australian backpackers, Bolivia road trippers. I mean, there's just so many. Put in any words into Facebook groups, you'll probably find a group of people that have already made that group. And you can easily put in a comment or 2 in there and get some really great tips or meet locals. That is the best and safest way to really meet the locals if that's what you're going for. I've done this before several times. It's always been great experiences, all right? You still need to be observant and still, be careful. However, that way, generally, very, very good, and you can meet the locals. This goes right into the partying aspect. If you're trying to find out where to party, that's not a bad way. You meet people on the Facebook, then you ask them some questions. You don't have to meet up with them, and they can send you ideas. Then you can research those ideas to see if that's a really cool place to party at and whatnot. Another good thing to do that a lot of people don't, your hostel, your hotel, local employees, that you can ask these people, yo, hey, so where should I go and party? A lot of times, if you're having a huge language barrier, the hotel staff is the best way to go because generally there's at least 1 or 2 of them that do speak English pretty well, and you could ask them for some help. So just be kind of aware of that. There are ways to get around and to figure out the best places, but be careful, all right? I really like the social media route. I think it's one of the best routes there is. Instagram, Facebook, use these to meet locals before you even get there. You can meet these people, or you could be talking to them a month out. So go on Facebook, find these groups, become a member, listen to what's going on in the groups, and you can go a long way. Well, currently, right now, I'm in a group, I'm in a Peruvian group because I'm planning on going to Peru in May, but because of the coronavirus, it's crazy, and I'm listening to all their conversations on how hard it is for them to get out of the country. So it's a really, really big advantage to be in these groups, and you learn so much. You learn how everything's working. So trust me on this one. Go to the Facebook groups, utilize this, and I think it'll go a long ways in your next trip. And yeah, that's kind of how you want to find the best ways of partying and whatnot. Again, you can always look at TripAdvisor and you can look at the Viator apps and go through the reviews and stuff like that. But to find the good parties that you're not really going to find on that, the Yelp, you're not going to find the best on the Yelp, all right? So talking to locals is the best way, and the safest way is to get on the Facebook groups and utilize them. So that's the 9 sections right there. We're going to go into section 10, which we're going to wrap up everything, and then get ready for section 11, the bonus, the packing demonstration.